Welcome to Guns, Optics, and Reloading. My name is Brian, and today you're probably looking at this video and the title of this video going, Brian, what are you talking about? Failures? Well, yeah. Here at Guns, Optics, and Reloading, everything that we do, sometimes stuff is great, sometimes stuff's not. Sometimes you work on stuff and you just can't get it right. So today's video, I decided to show you some Guns, Optics, and Reloading failures. Yeah, I know. Just bear with me. I don't want you to waste your money like I do sometimes. Anyway, so you know, here you're like, oh, that's really nice. That's a Harbor Freight bench grinder, and I'm like, yeah, it's a great bench grinder. Until you try and turn it into a homemade Girard using a Trimit 2. So you think, okay, well, you know, Trimit 2 makes a cool motorized unit. Whoa, see, I can break stuff too. So, you know, I had this great idea of, hey, I'm going to make a poor man's Girard. I saw somebody else do it, so I can do it. Well, let's just say that this unit is rated. It says it can do up to, well, when I talked to somebody about it, and I'll just leave it, they said it could handle up to 3,500 RPMs. Well, yes, it can handle 3,500 RPMs because it has a very similar cutting head to the Girard. And so this is a 3,450 RPM bench grinder. So I cut off the screw over here that held the wheel on, filed it down, ended up having to buy a couple shafts because I, messed up the first one because I'm stupid sometimes and I ruined it myself. Then I ordered another one and it was a flexible shaft coupler, which that doesn't work when you're trying to get something to spin really fast and it's flexible. There's some good jokes there too that don't want to get demonetized. Well, wait, I'm not monetized, so it's okay. So anyways, after buying about 3 or 4 shaft couplers, finally got it to work. Got this thing spinning. I was so happy. Got the head set up. Well, guess what? So come to find out, this ball bearing piece that holds the brass in here in the cutter can't handle the 34 RPMs. I mean, it can, but it can't. Essentially, when I would go put the brass in here, this thing would not catch and let the brass hit. This thing would just spin around the brass, scratching it up, not working well. So I looked up Trimit 2 actually on their website. They sell a little motor for this, 450 RPM, not 3,450. Even though when I talked to somebody about it, they said it could handle that speed. The cutter could, which it probably can, but this piece was the failure point. So don't try and make a poor man's Girard. Just, if you want a good Girard, just buy a Girard. They're top of the line, super fast trimmers. Yeah, just go buy a Girard. Again, people ask me all the time, well, what, if I was trying to, if you want to, the other thing I would get other than the Girard would either be the Frankford Arsenal Platinum trimmer box or the RCBS motorized prep one. That was a good one too. But so let's go over here to this failure. I had this wonderful video all ready to go for you guys. I was going to set all this stuff up and shoot it. A buddy and I decided we were going to get into the salt bath annealing. Anyway, I bought all the pieces. I made myself a PID controller. I made him a PID controller, which flip side of the failure part, this would still work with this lead as far as controlling the lead pot, keeping it at temperature. So this is not the failure. The salt bath annealing is the failure. Right when I was about to start putting all this stuff together to shoot the video, Annealing Made Perfect came out with a lot of really good, solid scientific data showing that salt bath annealing really isn't annealing the brass to where it needs to be annealed to, because it just can't get the brass hot enough and at the right temperature and the right length, and so it's not softening the brass to where it needs to be. So project number 2 in the toilet. So, you know, here's a whole Salt Bath Annealing kit. It's all brand new. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll probably use this for doing some lead smelting or something in my other Lee pot because it works. So, with this project to the side, you know, one of my buddies was like, oh, forget it, and he went to an Annalise, which that's a great little unit. And another buddy went with Annealing Made Perfect with the robotic case feeder. So that was good for him. Really, for me, pretty expensive. That's something I can't afford right now. And so I am going with a company called Fluxion, and they have one called the Annie. So I'll be doing some videos on that really soon. I can't wait to get it to play with it. From what I've seen, it's going to be a really good option, especially for all of you who are looking at wanting a very consistent annealing. You know, the torch works. It works. You know, you can do it. But for those who are wanting that little extra bit of perfection and consistency, you know, the induction annealing is pretty cool. So we'll be having some videos on that coming up soon. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you really quick just some failures. Not everything here at Guns, Optics, and Reloading always is great. It doesn't work. Sometimes money gets spent and flushed down the toilet. But that's how it goes sometimes. But anyways, till the next video, have a great day, and we'll see you real soon.